Hey, yo, the deal, my people. You know what it is. It's Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one. And this one is Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 5, The Door Pre-game motherfucking show. And I am joined by none other than Hype Watt member Don Willie.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? You know, Valor Morghulis. Yeah, man, this is a pretty big one. I can't believe this one actually got leaked. So, hey, for those of you who've already seen it, I am not in the chat, so you don't have to worry about spoiling me because I'm not gonna look at it until the episode actually airs.
Yeah, let's keep them chats to a minute. No spoilers in the chat. I don't want to have to block nobody, but you know I will. I'm known for it. So let's try to keep it right. Next up, Hype's watching member, Big Game, James Michelle.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? My name is James Michelle. Do a Song of Ice and Fire Game of Thrones videos. Just happy to be here. And yeah, for the internet is dark and full of spoilers.
It sure is. It sure is. I don't know how this got leaked. This Europe. Yeah, Europe does it. They don't play around in Europe. They leak it. And last but not least, the lovely, the beautiful Small Council team member, my fellow team member, T-Baby.
Hey everyone, I'm so excited for the next episode. I have not seen it, so no spoilers, and I'm with Tony. I'll encourage him to bounce y'all ass, so let's enjoy this.
That's right. So I know, real quick, if people have asked me, Tony, you're going to be on the Small Council again? Of course I'll be on the Small Council again. I just can't do it every week, but definitely I'll be on it again, so never think that I'm not going to be. I wish I could do it every week, but, things like that just do not allow you to sometimes in life and stuff. So what this is, we're going to take questions in the chat for anybody who's up in there wants to ask a question about what they think is going to go on this episode or what's going to happen next, what's going to happen this episode, or anything about last episode you want to talk about. We can definitely answer all those questions and stuff. So right now, what I want to know is from y'all people right there is, we'll start with T. Are you looking forward to this episode? Now, we're supposed to have a couple of big things. We were set up maybe that it's possible to get a King's Moot. Do you think that it's possible that they're going to mess the King's Moot up, or they're going to do it right? Do you have faith in Dan and Dave?
No, I don't have faith in them, but I don't know if they can mess it up that much, to be honest with you, but I am excited for this. I always get excited when White Walkers are involved. So, and I think I said in the Small Council that I think this is going to be my favorite episode of the season. So, yeah.
Big Game, James.
Yeah, will they mess up the King's Moot? I mean, it's a possibility, but like what T said, I think it's kind of hard to mess it up. I mean, we all know what's going to happen in the end. When it comes to this episode, hell yeah, I'm looking forward to it. When I read the synopsis, it said Bran learns the truth. I mean, I was all about this episode. I'm excited to see what kind of things him and Bloodraven will unravel in this episode.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Hopefully. Don Willie, what's going on? What do you think? You think these guys got this or what?
Yeah, I think after the debacle that they had last season with a lot of the stuff, they're really trying to win the fans back. Last episode I really liked a lot, and hopefully they will keep up the momentum and the level of storytelling that they had from the last episode to this one. So I'm hoping the King's Moot comes off well. I'm hoping that Bran's visions come off real well, and anything else that they do.
Do you think that Danny's going to make it to Marine tonight? James Michelle.
I'm going to say no. I think that is going to happen in episode 6. I believe that is HBO released that it was entitled Blood of My Blood. That sounds like a Danny episode to me, and I think it will be episode 6 where Danny reaches Marine.
Nice. T?
Yeah, I'm with James. Like, that's way too fast. I mean, I get they, jump up and down with the time, but no, I think that's probably going to be episode 6 or 7 that, she gets all the way there. Because she has, like, the whole Khalasar with her.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if it would happen that quick or anything like that. So it will see. Who's someone putting spoilers in the chat room right now? Do I really this quick? We just started. Who is this person? Who is this person? There must be the example must be made out of this person. Who is this person? Tell me their name.
I don't know if anybody actually put in a spoiler. I think people started kind of talking about how good the episode, and everybody just kind of like, hey, no spoilers. So,
all right.
Yeah,
so
I'm holding it down right now.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Keep that pop in chat room. Y'all know how to do it. So people are asking, do you think we're gonna see Ghost tonight? Ghost? Anyone for Ghost? We're gonna see Ghost? Around the horn?
I don't even know if we're gonna see John tonight. I mean, did we get a preview for John at all in the last episode? I mean,
I think we've had him in every episode so far, right? Something to do with that. So it could just maintain and still go on like that, but who knows? So it's quite possible, but then again, it might not because they did have him there. Maybe this is the episode they say, you know what? We don't need to do that. But to me, it's the most exciting thing that they've been showing so far. So I would hope that they would continue with it.
I'll say if John's in this episode, yeah, we'll see Ghost. It's kind of a cop-out, but I think if we see John, we'll see Ghost.
Nice. T-Baby?
I don't know, because Ghost comes whenever he wants to, so he might and he might not. Ghost, he just does whatever the fuck he wants. But as far as, like, seeing John, yeah, because even if, like, they were to split to go their separate ways, John's going to at least say goodbye to Sansa, so I think for sure we'll get John, but Ghost, you know, if he feel like showing up, he will.
Do you think that the march on the Septa Baelor with Jaime and the Tyrell army happens tonight? James Michelle.
I'm kind of torn on this just because I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but I think, man, they got to get Jaime to the Riverlands soon. They got to start wrapping this up with Jaime and King's Landing. So, you know, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, and they're going to start to get ready to start the split between Jaime and Cersei.
T-Baby?
I hope so, because I'm kind of over Jaime. I'm sorry, but they're just throwing him in all these different places. Like, Jaime needs to be where he's supposed to be at. So, yeah, get his ass out of King's Landing and make your way, you know, downtown.
Don Willie.
Downtown. You know what's kind of funny is, like, I was gonna do a video on this whole thing, you know, Walk of Shame, Jaime departing, and then, you know, this debacle happened today and just kind of killed one of my videos. But yeah, I think that, you know, we will see the Tyrell army, you know, go to the Sept, and I think that it's not going to be what those of us, like from the whatchamacallit, the trailers, it looked like, you know, the Tyrell army showing up, and then the whole massacre that happened with the mountain happens in the same episode. But I absolutely doubt it. So yeah, I'm gonna say that that they're gonna show up, and you know, it's not gonna be what everyone thinks it is. That Tyrell army is there for nothing.
Nice, nice. Shots goes out to Jessica and Kevin Clements. They met this chick at the GameStop. I was there. I told her she watched. I would give her and her husband a shout out. So shout out to y'all. I hope you are watching. I also picked up when I was there. Oh, this Funko Pop over here, of Melisandre, and it will be given away at some point. So, because I'm not keeping it. So, because she's old. So she's got to go. So I'll be giving it away at some point when some type of giveaway will work all that. So do you think that Sansa will have Littlefinger executed tonight? T-Baby.
No, y'all are so quick to kill people. No, Littlefinger is, I mean, he's not the brightest like in the books, but Littlefinger is still smart enough not to be killed off in episode 5. But I do think Sansa is going to be working him. Like, I think Sansa's going to be playing the game so that Littlefinger is definitely on her side. Because she does know Littlefinger's dirt, so therefore, and she had his back, so Littlefinger owes her.
James Michelle?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with T. I think maybe in this particular episode, maybe Littlefinger's Knights of the Vale will be coming into the fold. But I think Littlefinger is going to be around for at least like another season, and then eventually Sansa will remember what Lysa said, or they'll find out somehow that Littlefinger plotted the downfall of their family, and he will eventually bite the dust. But it's not going to be anytime soon, I don't believe.
Nice. Don Willie?
Yeah, Littlefinger can't be executed before all of his secrets have been exposed. And right now, Sansa still had no idea about about how he betrayed her father, and I think that will wind up being the catalyst for getting him thrown out the moon door. So until we see that, Littlefinger is safe.
Nice. Do you think that Euron will put Theon in the dungeon when he gets to the Iron Islands? Don Willie.
No, I don't think he's gonna put him in the dungeons, but I think Theon is way too broken. Theon is gonna kind of be an outcast to a certain extent, so he'll probably be kept around as either some sympathetic object, or he might get turned into a fool. He's not anybody to be feared, and so you put people that you fear in the dungeon because you don't want them to escape and wind up doing something. There's nothing that Theon can do right now because he's just way too weak. So yeah, I mean, I think he would put Yara in the dungeon before he puts Theon there.
Nice, nice. What about you, T-Babe? What do you think? You think Euron's going to come up, bag up Yara, bag up Theon, lock him up, and change is going down like that?
I mean, no one really respects Theon, so I don't think it'll be like any real reason to actually lock him up, because Yara said it in the last episode. She said, you think people will follow you after what you did. So if anything, I mean, he could be executed. I don't know if it's this episode, but I don't see the point. But if he was smart, he would get rid of him.
James?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be put in a dungeon. I believe that he's going to lend his voice to Yara's in the King's Moot. It's going to fail ultimately, and then they're going to escape, and they're going to come up with this plan to go to Meereen to try and win Dany's favor. Not to marry her, obviously, but Yara's going to try and be like, hey, we'll throw in with you. If we get back, when we get to Meereen, we're going to take out, or when we get back to the to Westeros, we'll take out Euron and the Iron Islands. Also, I think Theon is gonna, he's gonna go on this redemptive arc kind of where he's gonna gain his proverbial balls back. I mean, he can't get them physically back, but he's gonna get them proverbially back and become a man again.
Nice, nice. I don't know. Everything cut off down there? I think he may have got rid of everything. He may just be done down there. Sticking with the Iron Islands, though, do you think we're going to get a dragon horn tonight? We got Euron, we got this, we got the King's Moot. Is it going to be a dragon horn? T-Baby.
Everyone wants everything to happen tonight. I just don't see everything happen. Y'all are thinking this is the season finale. I don't think we're going to get all of that. I think they're going to probably stick more to the White Walkers and more to the north, I think, and maybe King's Landing, but I don't see them going too deep into the Iron Islands. I think they're going to do baby steps into that because they don't want to pull a Dorne on us again.
I hope not. I really hope not. Don Willie?
Man, I would love to see a dragon horn, but it's one of those things that they really haven't established in the show. So it would kind of be out of left field a little bit, but at the same point, they're trying to bring the dragons a little bit more into the forefront. So it would be cool to see the dragon horn, just to see Euron hey, you know what? I'm about to go to Meereen, snatch one of them dragons, bring it back, and rule all of Westeros because that's what I do. Crow's eye.
James Michelle.
It's hard to say just because it's never been mentioned on the show. Of course, they kind of came out of nowhere with the Prince That Was Promised after not bringing it up after like 4 seasons. So, I mean, they can do whatever they want, I guess. I just don't personally. I don't see it. If I do, I'll be pleasantly surprised, and I wouldn't be opposed to it. But I don't think it's gonna happen.
Someone asked a question. They said, "Remind me about the 13th Lord Commander. Is he supposed to be the Night's King?" Anybody want to take that away? I mean, I could take that away for you, but I would want you out to answer that. So please, someone remind this person about the 13th Lord Commander. Is that supposed to be the Night's King that we're seeing right now?
All right. Yeah. You know what? Listen, I will take this one. Because this is kind of my thing. So, all right, the Night's King, yes, 13th Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, and there are some very convoluted theories about who he might have been. Some people say that he may have been Bran the Builder. Some people say that he may have been the last hero. Other people think that he might be another Brandon Stark. I mean, it's a little difficult to find out exactly who he is because after he was defeated by Brandon the Breaker Stark and Jormungandr the King Beyond the Wall, all records of him were wiped from the Seven Kingdoms, so we don't know 100% who he was. But, just so you know that the guy that we see in the show, I mean, you know what? I can't even say that the guy we see in the show is not him because the show is actually playing it fast and loose. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's I don't know, for the books, totally different person. We haven't seen a Night's King in the books. He's mentioned a few times in the show. We got a guy called Night's King. What? It's I don't know if it's supposed to be the same person or not. So there you go. Night's King. Boom.
Yeah, if you want people, I would say, if you want to learn about the Night's King, I got many videos about the Night's King. Got a lot of feelings about the Night's King and the children of the evil motherfucking forest bastards. And I've been telling you this thing for years. So if you want to learn about these things or my opinion on them, please go check out my videos. I will not have time to discuss them right now, but please check out my videos on them. I stand by everything I've always said because I am the Don. Who else is putting still? I already had to block one person. Who's the next person that's going down, man? Jesus, I got to give it to him if I got to give it to him. That's just the way it's got to be. I don't want this video just to be about people seeing me when they watch it back, just blocking people. So let's go over to talking about Bran and children. For he sees something, Bran. That is what the description is. What is it that he's going to see? Give me a prediction. What is Bran going to see here? Don Willie, let's start with you.
Well, you know what? I think that they're going to kind of do their own version of when he went into the tree and started slipping back through time, and except it looks like this time he might actually get stuck. And I think this is probably going to be the episode where we see the Night's King grab his arm, and that's going to kind of be the catalyst for Bran, Mira, and Hodor having to leave the tree, maybe in another episode or two. But yeah, I mean, I think that Bran is going to learn not just one thing like he's been learning. I think it's going to be maybe 4 or 5 different things, and him trying to learn all that is what gets him caught, by the Night's King. So that's my take on it.
Nice. James Michelle?
I think there's a couple possibilities of what we can see. I think we could either see like perhaps the Pact at the Isle of the Faces. We could see maybe Bran learns that Bloodraven is really a deceiving asshole or something, and or something like that. Or he's gonna learn that he's gonna see the true threat of the others. He's gonna see how close they are. Or he's gonna see what their plan is, their true intention of what they're about to do. I think it's like one of those 3 things.
Nice, nice. T-Baby?
Yeah, it's no fun always agreeing with you guys, but I'm going to have to agree with James. I think we're probably going to see a pack or something like that because the pictures do look like they're at the Fist of the First Man, the way that it looks. So I think, and then I think we're going to get to see like the Children of the Forest, all of that. So I'm gonna have to agree with James on this one. It's got to be like and Don Willie, where he's flashing back further and further.
I'm gonna go with exactly what I said when I was with Bar. In the TNB Q&A, I told people that I think that if he touches Bran, that would be his access to find Bran. He'll be able to find him with that ability. That's what I'm staying with that. The question I have to you right now is, what's the new Red Priestess purpose tonight? It's funny that Red Priestess, I did a video a long time ago. They leaked this Red Priestess situation for the auditions. It was the audition tape for the Red Priestess, and they had this scene. Will this scene be in there tonight? Who knows, but what do you think this Red Priestess is going to get down with tonight? James Michelle.
Man, I really this is like I'm really in the dark with what's going on with these Red Priests. I got no clue. I know that's kind of a cop-out answer, but I mean I will say it would be cool if when Jorah got back, if like they made her like kind of like a Makoro hybrid and turned his grayscale into Victarion's burning fist. That'd be some crazy stuff.
Yes, I brought something up like that. No one I tried to say something who was going to go down like that, and no one wanted to believe that could possibly happen. I think it's a possibility that could happen too, James. I'm with you on that. T-Baby, what do you think?
I think Jorah needs to die. I'm sorry, but I'm so over Jorah touching shit, and it's his time to go. But I'm in the dark too when it comes to her. Yeah, I want Jorah to die. I said it. But I don't know exactly what she's going to do. Probably going to take the role of Makoro, but I'm not going to lie. I don't want to see a flaming herpes arm. I just want him to go home and die. I'm sorry, y'all, but I am so over him touching shit. He's dirty. He's nasty. It's just, you think of herpes and someone just touching the shit like... So he's gotta go. So, if anything, let him just die, y'all.
Don Willie.
So you know, it's funny. So first T started off hating on short people. Now she hates sick people and wants them to die. Damn, it's a lot of animosity going on today. T, what's going on? But
I'll tell you, when you get T and Tinker, it's on.
I'm just saying, I don't see y'all riding dragons. That's all I said was that I don't.
Said, y'all. Who you mean y'all? Who you calling short? Who's y'all? You talking about Don Willie, right? Who's short here?
It ain't me.
So yeah. Anyway, oh man, listen. I don't want Jorah to die. I think it would be a cool situation if Kinvara is kind of takes a Makoro role just a little bit. Also, yeah, I think it would be. I mean, like, what her purpose is. I mean, well, you know what? Maybe she tells Varys why that magician turned him into a eunuch, because that's one thing that Varys seems to still not know yet. So maybe she can tell him that. But other than that, I mean, it's supposed to, try to get Daenerys to go to Westeros. So I mean, other than that, I don't know what her purpose possibly could be. Get Daenerys to Westeros and maybe tell Varys why that magician cut his balls off.
And people are asking, do you think that dragon fire can cure the grayscale? Anybody?
No, it can't, okay? He just has to go. Stop holding on to dreams, guys, okay? No. Maybe he'll walk to Valyria and go where his peoples are at. Like, we see what happens. You turn into that. It's all over your body. He looks nasty. I mean, if Dragon is going to blow fire on his ass. Like, let it kill him. Just let him go, y'all.
So just
Yeah.
remember, if you ever happen to get sick, T wants you to die.
No, thinking like The Walking Dead, I'm probably the best person you want to be around because if some shit goes down, I can make the decision to say you gotta go.
Wait a second, hold on. This Ian Renfro. You mean, you know, you've been saying some suspect things about me these last couple of chats, and I'm gonna tell you right now, homie, straight up, man. That's the last time. Don't play with me, son. I ain't your friend like that. You know what I mean? Be cool, but don't play with me, man. Real. Go ahead, James Michelle. You answered this already? I'm all off. People get me upset saying stupid stuff.
All I was going to say is the only thing that Dragon Fire cures is life. That's the only thing it cures. It makes you dead.
Indeed, indeed. I can't see it cure anything, just killing people. And that's all I could see it doing, a Dragon Fire cure. I mean, wildfire, then you would put wildfire on somebody's arm or something like that. But I don't think that's happening on that. I think it's just going up in smoke, and that's the way it's going down. You know what I mean? If you get caught like that, that's the only way I could see it happening. So what else happens? What else do we get in this in these clips? I'm trying to think. It's hard for me to get confused seeing the clips. And then watching, by the time I get to this point from the week, I've done watched everybody else's review, recap, everything else, and all that stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's just that it's hard for me. So I don't know. What else do we see? Got Littlefinger, got John, Iron Islands. Who else is in this episode?
Don't we get Arya this episode?
That is correct. And Arya gets sent on a mission. That's right. So, what is this mission that Arya is going to get sent on? James Michelle.
Oh, man. See, because I want to say, like, I think it's got to be something still in Bravos or something, because I know people are going to want to say, like, her mission is sent to Westeros, but I want her to go to Westeros free from the Faceless Men, grabbing Needle, giving them the big middle finger, and then bouncing to Westeros. That's what I want when she goes to Westeros. So I'm thinking this mission is somewhere contained in Bravos, or in maybe even going to Marine or something. Maybe she'll hook up with Dany, and then it's how she gets to Westeros. Like, she'll say, when she gets to Marine, she's like, fuck it, I don't want to do this, and hops on them ships and leaves for Westeros. I don't know. But I just don't want her to... Yeah, I don't want her to do a mission for the Faceless Men to go to Westeros. That's not how I want her to go to Westeros.
T?
I don't know. I think she's going to probably be sent on a mission, but I don't think she might not follow through on it. I don't know, because it made it seem like she would have to go against, I guess, her honor or her morals, I should say. Not honor, because her honor's gone, but like maybe her morals or something, and she's not with whoever they want to kill. So I think we're going to get her being defiant again.
Nice. Now, Willie, the only mission we have ever seen Arya sent on from what we have seen in these books, and it's a little bit of swirl if people who have not read, is the Mercy chapter. It's possible that we could see that in this show. You think that they will do that? We know the people have been casted for it, so we know eventually it's going to touch. Is this what she's getting sent on? You think it's possible that's going that direction?
Yeah, I think we could possibly get another montage scene where she's with the Mummer's troop, and she's with them for a little while, and then finally one day, Jaqen, aka the Waif, aka the Kindly Man, aka whoever the fuck else in the House of Black and White, hits her with a vial, and it's like, all right, so here you go, I'm gonna need you to kill one of them, and she might be like, okay, but then right before she's about to do it, it's like, nah, I can't do this, and maybe she gets attacked by the Waif who's been spying on her the whole time and has to kill her in order to leave to go back to Westeros.
Nice. Yeah, as I said before, I always thought that it would probably be the Mercy place, something like that would happen. Then Mace Tyrell would be there. She'd hitch a ride back with him. That's how she'd get back to Westeros. But obviously, Ace Tyra Link there, so that's out the window. You know, how she's going to get back to Westeros is, I don't know. I hope that they get this play going. Let's go through the chat real quick. Let me say what up to the people in the chat right now that I see. What up to the North Amenders, Valon Margulis. What up to you? Brian Shattuck, Corey Link, David Adams, Hairless Oyster, Fritz Mose, Brian Blummer, The Iron Underneath, James Clooney, Wyla Murphy, Wyla, Chaz Harris, Candace Moore, A.U. Pacmeal, Ian Ruff, what up to all y'all, David Adams, what up, thank you for joining all of us live. We are happy to have you here. And everything else, I'm glad that y'all are in this. And I'm sorry we started late tonight, but I started late because I knew that people have seen it because of the spoilers. I didn't want, you know, people to get all crazy with it. So next week, same time that we usually do it, we'll do it, and we'll have a lot of guests and stuff like that. A lot of big things popping up. So that's what it is. Keep the questions coming and stuff. Arya's stuff has been a little slow. I would have hoped that it picks up, and it picks up soon. I don't really know how much of Arya we're going to get this year, how important her role is that she's going to play this year. I think it's just mostly focusing on the other side, you know what I mean? So I don't know if it's actually going to be a lot, but I just hope we get that play. I hope it's not no montage either. You can't have that, you know what I mean? You can't have that at all, you know what I mean? So hopefully it don't go down like that, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. So let me take a look in this chat and see if there are any questions.
Hey, I did have a little crackpot thought.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, just think about, just think about it like this. Like, what if they're the faces that are pissed that Jon Snow? Well, I don't even know if they'd even know how they would know about this. But like, if they're pissed that Jon Snow is back with the living, like they took one away from their god, and they would be like, hey, you need to go up there and kill him. That would make her ponder a little bit.
It would. So, do you think Nymeria's pack? Are we ever gonna see? Let's not even worry about tonight. Let's just say, is this pack in the show? We see what they do to direwolves in this show. They haven't had a lot of love for them, not a lot of respect. You know what I mean? So, do you think we're gonna get this pack of wolves? T-Baby, you like wolves, you like all that stuff. What do you think?
Yes, I do, and yes, we are. It won't happen this episode, okay? But I think when we start to get scenes in the River Run, I think we're going to see that pack, and it's going to be awesome.
Nice. Don Willie?
Yeah, sorry, this thing wouldn't unmute. Man, as much as I would love to see it, and I mean, it would be a nice surprise for us to see that super pack. I don't know that they're gonna do it. I mean, they haven't even mentioned Nymeria whatsoever. We haven't heard anything about a wolf pack. I mean, but then again, we haven't been to the Riverlands in a while either. So, you know, I would love to get that surprise. I would, but I just don't know that they're going to do it, only because they just haven't mentioned it in so long, and apparently Arya is not doing any warging. It looks like Bran is the only Stark that on the show that can warg. So
that's the way they've been showing it. James Michelle, what do you think?
I'm pretty much in agreement with Don Willie. I mean, they haven't showed, the last time Nymeria was in the show was season 1, episode 2. That's a long ass time ago, man. And they haven't, you know, if they would have shown some warg dreams, like Arya warg dreams, you know, if they would have showed like Nymeria pulling Kat's body out of the river, something. But they haven't shown anything with Nymeria since the early in episode 2 of season 1, and I just think they're going with the route where Bran's the only warg, or the only Stark that's a warg. I think that's what they're gonna do. And if Arya's not warging, what do you think?
No, I just hope they show that. I hope they show it. I do. I wish they show it, but I don't have faith that it's gonna, but I hope they do show it at some point. So this question is from Tukey Mello and Daddy TV, and because your name is Tukey Mello and Daddy TV, I had to say that, no doubt. And you get this, and the question is, I didn't read it. Do you think Littlefinger will be the Warden of the North by the end of the season? They foreshadowed it last season. That's what they're saying. So you think that's happening, Don Willie?
Yeah, why doesn't this thing unmute when I want it to? As much as I would like to say yes, I mean, they do a lot of foreshadowing, never to do anything with it. So, I gotta, you know, I don't want to, you know, sound like I'm copping out here, but I gotta say I don't know.
Oh, wow. Willie, we come to you for answers, man. This is Game of Thrones. There's no middle ground here. You got to stand somewhere. You got to take a stand. We're going to let you take a pass on that one, though. We let you take a pass. T-Baby, what do you think?
Yeah, what's the question again? My bad.
I have no idea.
Came back. My bad, y'all. Those edibles come in late. But I think that I don't think that Littlefinger is going to be Warden of the North. That's not going to happen. Not while Sansa is alive. Sansa is probably going to end up running it, if not Jon. I don't really see Jon, but I'm going to stick with my girl Sansa. I'm not going to cop out and say I don't know.
Oh, she ain't copping out, DW. James Michelle, what's going on? He got shots for you, son. He got shots for you. James Michelle.
Yeah, little Peter Baelish is not going to be the Warden of the North. I believe that Sansa will be Queen of the North by the end of this season, and it will not be Peter Baelish. He's got other things he's got to do.
Warden of the North, I mean, Peter Baelish, what does he know about the North to be Warden of the North? You know what I mean? He knows nothing about the North. It's weird that people think that he should be. You know what I mean? This is a guy who barely knows the Riverlands. You know what I mean? That's got nothing to do with the North whatsoever. So why he would all of a sudden think he can control the North? North, you don't get by scheming like that in the North. In the North, you're gonna have to. The North is it's like the yard in prison. You got to fight. You know what I mean? There's no talking your way out of it, and this is none of that. Eventually, you're gonna have to throw down. Now, the Kingpin and Daredevil were different situations, but a great situation. Go see that if you haven't watched that. We're gonna take a look for some.
Oh, go ahead.
Huh? Say that again.
I agree with you. I think you can't. He didn't know about Ramsay. The North will reject you, and I don't see him coming up with his little finger thinking he's running anything. So, nah, it's definitely going to be Sansa.
Yeah, you got to be rugged to hold that down. No doubt. Let's see. I seen the question up here. Will the Waif and Arya beef heat up tonight? James, is it going to go down with these chicks? Is it really going to finally come to blows with them? Are they really going to get it on?
I'm going to say no, just based on the fact that I don't think this is the episode where Arya is going to split from the Faceless Men. I think it's going to happen in the episode where Arya is going to split from the Faceless Men. I think she's going to kill the Waif, and we've seen that picture or that little clip in the trailer, the beginning of preseason trailers, where she's parkouring on the building tops of Bravos. I think that's when she's escaping. I think she's going to be doing that right after she kills the Waif, which I don't think happened in this episode.
Nice. See, baby.
Yeah, if anyone deserved to get their ass whooped, it's her, because how you gonna beat up a blind chick? So I hope Arya whoops her ass. I really hope she dig into it, but I don't think it's happening this episode, but down the line, yeah, Arya is going to whoop her ass.
Willie?
Yeah, I mean, listen, eventually Arya is going to become a super ninja spy assassin. So, I mean, I think it's eventual that she's going to have to, do something to her. And I think she could catch her off guard tonight. I think the waif is going to try to run up on her when she fails her mission, and Arya's been eating her Wheaties, and she got her sight back. She's been watching Daredevil on Netflix, so she got the scales up. And I think it's just going to be a thing where, the waif tries to run up on her, and just like, hold that. There you go.
Yeah, skills like Tim Hardaway type skills he's holding. Hopefully it get it done. This question is from the North Remembers, and it says, how will Jon justify his letting the wildlings into the Northern Houses without witnessing the White Walkers themselves? So how will Jon convince the Northern Houses, hey, these wildlings, they need to be here? Are they going to believe him when he says anything about them, the White Walkers? Is that the way it's going to go down? James Michelle, what do you think?
I think two thoughts here. I think one, D&D can, they got the power. They can just make it not matter. Even though logically it wouldn't make sense, they got the power to make it not matter. Either that, or they're going to have the wildlings kind of stay outside, and then maybe, even though like Davos himself hasn't witnessed anything, here's another. Well, yeah, he was made a lord by Stannis. There's another guy that may have a opinion on what's going on. They may both try and convince these northern lords that shit is real, and we need to band together and galvanize the North to stop Boltons and then White Walkers.
Hey, T-Baby, what do you think?
My bad, I was just reading a comment. Like, I wouldn't be jumping for joy if Shireen was burning. I'm not that cold-blooded. God. That's not really, got y'all really hating me right now.
Dude, you said she got herpes cheek. You said she got herpes cheek. You burning little girls for the herpes cheek. It ain't her fault. She was born like that.
I'm not gonna burn her, but I'm not saying she's staying in my house touching shit. But her shit was cured, so she can be in my house. But if her shit's spreading, like it's on your cheek and now it's all on the side of your face, no. You could call me whatever you would like. That ain't going down. But what's the question?
I don't remember. I just asked him. I don't go back. James, what was the question?
The question was, how are they going to justify bringing the wildling, like when they're going around, how they're going to justify having the wildlings with them to the northern houses?
How can Jon justify that to the northern houses, that he put the wildlings through the wall without them seeing the White Walkers?
Yeah, I don't think Jon can. I think it's going to be Sansa that does it, because Sansa knows how to talk and she knows how to work the politics in the game. So I think he's going to leave it up to Sansa to actually take care of that. Like, Jon is there beside her, but it's going to be Sansa that's going to rally the North. Let's be real.
No doubt. T-Baby. I mean, Don Willie.
Hey, just remember, Shireen can't come inside. She's got to stay on the porch with T-Babies. But, yeah, I think... All right, I'm going to stop. All right, so...
You think it's T-Baby, like, what would T-Baby do to the boy in the bubble? Is it pop the bubble? Or roll his ass right down the hill? What's going down with the boy in the bubble?
So,
all I'm saying is don't come for mine. I'm just saying, like, y'all are like, oh, T, so wrong. But I'm saying, if it's you, and I had, F that, I wouldn't have that. But let's just say Jorah and Shireen come in your house, and it's stone herpes galore, and they keep touching shit. And if you touch it, then you and your kids got it. You still gonna say, yeah, it's cool to come up in here. You gonna be like, you know what? I got a nice yard outside. Throw them a sleeping bag, throw some food, and be good. I'm just being smart. Being smart doesn't mean that, I'm cold-blooded. It just means I'm wise. Like, you can act like Ned all you want and have honor, but Ned got his head chopped off, didn't he? I'm still standing. I'm just saying, don't touch me with the stone herpes and we're good. I can still hold a conversation with you and everything, but do not touch me. That's it. And I'm I'm cool with short people. Like, it's all good.
She said she don't want no short man.
Oh my God! Listen,
and that's it.
All I keep thinking right now is that scene from A Time to Kill where Samuel L. Jackson's like, "Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell." But anyway, yeah, but look, I think John can convince people, even though the wildlings are there, because think about it like this: he was the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. The Night's Watch has been fighting against the wildlings for thousands of years. You gotta think it's really gotta be some shit if the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch is like, you know what, let him through. I mean, what more convincing?
That's what you would think, but the way.
I mean, like I said, look, I'm the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, and I let these people through after killing them for years. What more convincing should you need that, you know what, shit is real out here?
I hear you. No doubt about it. I say what up to Kyle fucking Chickens, who was up in there. He was on the show. Good man. He's out of here. So peace out, Kyle. Have a good show. Hope you enjoy the show, and hope to see you on another pregame show one of these days soon. So, and peace out, Mr. Tyrannus and Dave Adams. Gotta go. These people get just bouncing. God damn. What are the White Walkers not seen as important to Jon Snow? Why are the White Walkers not seen as important to Jon Snow? So I guess they're saying that Jon Snow was just ready to bounce. He was ready to bounce. Now my take would be like, listen, he just wants to live. He don't want to fight. I don't know if it's just that they're not important or anything, but that would be my take from it. Does anyone else have anything else to say about that?
Yeah, I think that if you kill me and I come back, I'm not going to give a fuck about what's going on with y'all. Like, y'all could, kiss the deuce and keep it moving. Like, I mean, in the back of his head, I'm pretty sure he knows that threat is real. But, I mean, it's like 20 Night's Watch left. Like, it's only 20 of them left. Like, what's the point? Like, it's nothing serious, right? So, I mean, in the back of his mind, I know he thinks of that. But he needs more men regardless. So he's going to have to get people anyway. But I do think that it's in the back of his head. But why go hard for people who killed you?
I hear you. James?
Yeah, I just think, when he was resurrected, he became even more emo. I think he was just a little emotional. These dudes killed him, and he was just a little sad. He just wanted to bounce. He wanted to sit in a corner and blubber. But no, I think the White Walkers matter to him. I mean, they built him up in a certain way. He's gonna be, one of the main heroes of this show. When they had his share down with the Night's King, that was definitely some foreshadowing of what's to come in terms of Jon Snow and the Night's King.
Nice. Don Willie.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't see why Night's King or the White Walkers wouldn't be important to Jon. I mean, look, just because he wants to get away from the Night's Watch doesn't mean that he doesn't realize what's going on out there. So, I just think he had to get his priorities in order. Look, they just killed him. He's sitting up there like, all right, well, I was dead. I'm back. What do I do now? Yes, I know what's happening out here, but I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing with this second life that I have before I worry about, going and fighting the White Walkers. Because, I don't want to die again. I'd rather live for a long time. So, I mean, I don't think that it's not important to him, but I just think he has more immediate concerns. You got to let the man sort himself out first.
I hear you. Listen, I'm going with everything I predicted earlier in my other videos. I'm going to stick with that. I'm staying with that. I still think that Benjen Stark could be the Night's King. I said it. I'm staying with it. That's just my rule. I don't change, and that's I hear you. Next question is from the North Remembers, and it says, is Cersei making up the plot to get her enemies, the Faith and Tyrell, to destroy one another so that she can sit back and have the crown appear innocent? while she gets them out of her way. What do you think about that, James Michelle?
There's obviously some manipulation going on. I don't know exactly what manipulation is going on, but either the High Sparrow is telling Tommen a falsity just to make the Lannisters and the Tyrells do something stupid that makes them look stupid, or Tommen told him, or Cersei has some other devious plan that she's hatching to try and put the Tyrells in a negative light and get them out of the picture. I'm not exactly, I can't say exactly what's going on for sure, but I think there's definitely someone is screwing somebody in this regard.
Jon Snow is the executioner. Yeah, if you face Jon, your life is on the line. There's no halfway with Jon Snow. When he draw his sword, it's like that dude in Justified. When he pull his pistol, he's getting shot. If Jon pull his sword out, your ass is getting stabbed. That's the way it goes. Don't fuck with Jon Snow. I'm telling you, man, the dude don't play no game. Question is, do you think that the ending of the series is just a story being told by Old Nan to the whole Stark family because Bran loves stories at the end and everyone is just sitting by the fire? So I guess that's kind of like a Roseanne type situation, right? That's the way kind of like Roseanne ended. Do you think that they're going to have a Soprano-X? Rosa, that's right, James. I pulled that out. I like a Soprano-S type ending like that. I hope that, me personally, that's not satisfying to me. T-Baby, what do you think?
No, that would be weak as shit if they did that. Let's just keep it that this really went down and this is how it either all ends or how a new beginning starts. But to say that, oh, it was a story is like a cop-out. So, and I don't think Martin is that cheesy. I don't think D&D would be that dumb. So I'm going to say no.
John Willie?
Listen, you know what? Nah, I know how you don't like shameless self-promotions. So I'm just gonna say what I got to say right now. Bran is a god. Bran is a god. Figure that one out.
There you go. There you go. James Michelle.
Yo, man, no. If this was true, I would take my copies, my Blu-rays that I have of Game of Thrones. I'll take my books. I'll put them in a pile, and I'll go Office Space on them bitches. I would grab the baseball bat. I would be beating them down, and I would be lighting them on fire if they did something weak like that.
All right. Wait, this someone's got something to say. People are trying to put it on. The question says, Old Nan's story about the Giants was wrong. She told Jack and the Beanstalk type stories. Anything to that? I don't know if you consider it was wrong, her story. To me, I think Old Nan is probably the most reliable narrator in the books if you're gonna go by story. Especially we just did that chat with that goddamn the yellow Dick Crab, and you see this guy's stories compared to Old Nan's. I think Old Nan's pretty good there. What do you think, Don Willie?
I mean, it seems like Old Nan is probably had the most reliable stories in the books. I mean, if you go and look at the stories that she's actually told, or any time somebody references a story of hers, it actually winds up being true. Maybe not 100%, but at least to a certain extent, that it's based in fact. I mean, it seems like it's lore at the time when you first hear about it, and then next thing you know, something pops up, and it's like, oh, okay, that was an Old Nan thing right there. So, I mean, I imagine at some point, at least in the books, I can't say for the show, but we're gonna wind up seeing White Walkers riding ice spiders big as hounds and all that other stuff. So, yeah, I wouldn't. I think that Old Nan stories have a lot of validity to them, and I wish we actually would have got more of her stories in the show. At least, a reference to her telling the stories.
I agree. Thank you to anyone who has thumbed up this video. I have 81 likes in there. I see we had at one time we had 280 something people watching. appreciate it. You know, I got a lot of haters out there for whatever reasons. Let's not go into it, but I appreciate you liking it and combating the people who hate me for the dumb reasons. I really do. So thank you. Next, who else answered the question? Next, James.
I mean, I don't have much to say in regards of Old Nan. I mean, it seems like her stories have come true in some regards. So I mean, I don't really have much to say about Old Nan.
I hate it. Let's go to the next one. Dolores Ed. What the hell's gonna happen with Dolores Ed now that John's going away? Is he going with John? Does he get the bye too, or is he just chilling? What do you think, T-Baby?
Like, he don't get a bye. I mean, he didn't die and come back to life. I mean, he got to stay there. So, no. I mean, someone got to hold down the walls. So, I think that even if he wanted to go with John, John would probably tell him to stand down and man the walls. So, yeah.
James?
Yeah, you know, Dolores Ed is literally the only person alive at the wall who has had any speaking lines. So they have to make him stay there and hold down what's going on at the wall.
I would think so, without a doubt. All right, this is going to Don Willie right here, because Don Willie, listen, there are a lot of people who claim a lot of different things about lies, and I always be honest with you people. You know I'm honest. You know, I'm the one I'll tell you straight up that James Johnson is the one who came up with the Night King thing. I never heard no one say it before him, and I'm going to tell you right now that when it comes to time travel, Don Willie is the man on this. So this is your question, Don. What if the show ends with Bran going back in time and preventing everything from happening all at once? Now, since this is your theory, Don Willie, I want you to say, is that plausible during your vast knowledge that you have done? It's just possible to happen.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely possible, and I would say that it's highly likely. Now, I think that Bran is going to choose a specific point in time, and I also think that he may have already changed events in the past. And, you know, listen, I've actually done a video on this stuff, so you guys can go and check it out. But I will give you a sneak preview, and I would just say that, hey, you know what? Bran will wind up being the god of this story. I think we will find out that the whole story has been told from Bran's perspective. So, you know, that's what I got to say about the time travel thing. He has already changed stuff in the past, and he will actually change more.
Hey, I think it's, you know, I said it in one of my videos I did with Blood Raven, that Blood Raven's a liar, trying to tell Bran he can't communicate with people in the past, and we've seen it, and we see it confirmed in the show. So I definitely, I'm going with you on that. Definitely agree on that fact without a doubt that something is going on. There's no sense, I tell you, there's no sense that they're going to put it in the book and in the show if it's not going to get paid off. If it's in both, it's paying off somehow. There's no way, no reason to do that. It ain't doing it just to stroke you. They're doing it because something has to pay off something big enough, and that's why it's going down there like that, without a doubt. Does anyone else have anything to say about time travel? I know that's Don Willie's specialty, but the question is to y'all too. Do you have anything else? Anyone?
Yeah, I got some. Yeah, you know, I do think that Bran can affect. You know, he'll be able to affect some things. He'll affect things in the past. He can look in the past for sure. I don't personally like the idea of him, like, you know, we see everything happen up to a certain point towards the end, and then he goes back in time and changes everything. That's kind of like a Deus Ex Machina. It's kind of like that weak ass thing from the one Twilight movie when like everyone died and then they showed it didn't happen. You know, I feel like it's gonna be like everything we saw up to this point was kind of useless. I don't know. I hope something like that doesn't happen. Me personally, but I mean, I see the credence in it.
I hear. Do you have anything on that?
She actually had to. I think she was having some problems with.
She's not.
Yeah, some short and
Oh, she's not there. I'm sorry. I can't even. I'm not even looking at that over there. So people, when you talk, I see people talking about the children of the forest. I have done videos on these little bastards. I'm not going to talk about them, but I'm saying go check my videos. I stand by what I stand by. As I said, that Don Willie is the inventor of the time travel. I deem myself the inventor of the evil ass children, and I'm sticking with it. That these bastards are evil, and they're the ones who started this bullshit. That's the Don. Go check my videos. You will see it. I've done it already. The question I have here, are they going to address Illyria Sand tonight? I hope they don't. But what do you think? James Michelle?
Well, I mean, they got to, at some point, they got to figure out what's going on with Dorne, because you just can't leave it where Ilaria Sand is the leader of Dorne and nothing ever, will never go back there again. Something's going to happen from it. There's got to be some vengeance exacted on the Sand Snakes. I mean, I personally, like I said before, I didn't like the idea of when there's other noble houses in Dorne, they have this group of bastards leading them. I don't think the other noble houses, which they had in the show, back when Tyrion was he was going to go meet with Oberyn, they showed the other houses of Dorne. So there's other noble houses in Dorne. I still don't understand why these group of bastards are leading them, but something's got to happen there. So I don't know if it's going to be this episode, but something's going to have to happen with that whole situation in Dorne.
All right, here. Don Will, you got anything on that? This chat is just...
Yeah, listen, as far as Dorne, we already know that, once Dorne shows up, that kind of brings down everything. So, the more that they keep Dorne away, the better things will be, unless they can come up with something absolutely spectacular. I mean, we don't know about any other Dornish houses. How in the world do the Sand Snakes and Ilaria Sand, who are all bastards, get to take over the entire region of Dorne, and you don't have not a word from the Ironwoods, the Danes, is it this? No, not the Celtic Guards. I'm trying to remember some of the other houses out there. But look, the point is, somebody should have said something. Somebody. Even just one house. It doesn't have to be the entire region, but yeah, look, I think the only time that Dorne will be good is when they just kind of wipe it off the map, at least in the show.
I'm with you right now. Now I have a question here. It says, what relevance does Dany's vision from the House of Undying have with this season? I think we're seeing the fires that we like. I did a video on the House of Undying. I'm sticking with that video too. I told you who the people are going to be. I told you who the people are going to be in the fires, and I told you who the amounts are going to be. It's all there, people. Go back and look. I said it, and it's this right there. That's the bottom line. But I think now you see Dany transition to Bride of Fire. I think that is the phase that she's in, and I think that was one of the people that she mount to the fire to light to burn. What do you guys think?
Well, I'm assuming they're just talking about like the vision that happened in the show where they show her in the by the Iron Throne and like the roof is gone and it's snowing. I'm assuming that.
If they're talking about that, then that has nothing to do with anything at this particular time. I don't. That has to be the end of the season. I would think the end of the show.
Yeah, or next season. I think that's gonna be next season sometime.
But next season's the end of this. Is it? I'm telling you, don't act like there's 2 seasons left. It's 1 season. You can act like it all you want. You're going to be disappointed. It's this season and next. It's over. It's going to be 6 and 6 or whatever. It's over. It's not 2 seasons. This is it. This is your big season, and next season's the wrap-up season. Guarantee it. You shall see it. This is all the action going down right now. Will, you got anything on that?
Listen, it's good that they actually gave Daenerys something to do. I'm glad that Drogon actually didn't come through and save her. So now, she's going to leave the Khalasar back to Meereen. I'm thinking she's going to go and take over Slaver's Bay. And if one more person says, hold the damn door, I'm going to lose my mind. All right? But anyway, yeah. But anyway, you have Daenerys. Look, we still haven't seen the thing with Drogon yet. You know what I'm saying? We still haven't seen Drogon's big flyover to Khalasar. So, yeah, we got to see that. We got to see the march back to Slaver's Bay, and we have to see the Masters get crushed, because I don't think that, even though Tyrion bought her some time, I don't think that that deal is going to hold. That was just his stalling tactic, and it's going to wind up with probably the Dothraki taking over Slaver's Bay and abolishing slavery once and for all.
No doubt about it. People want to know, where is Bronn? You think we're going to get Bronn soon?
Riverlands. We'll get him with Jaime in the Riverlands.
Finally was able to get this person. Jesus Christ, that was going so fast I couldn't get this motherfucker out of here. What about you, James? What do you think? And this is the reason why I started late. I really started late because I knew that people would get in this chat and fuck around, man. And I didn't want to ruin stuff for the people who came to watch this show. So let me apologize. I am sorry for anyone who's in this thing. Makes you just want to end it right now. But we got 15 minutes, so we're going to go for the 15 minutes, and then we're going to end it. But I'm sorry if anyone's in there saying something stupid and it's ruining your night because you came to watch my show. I am 100% sorry that happened to you, and I hope that this does not prevent you from coming back and watching again. Hopefully nothing else gets leaked so we don't have to go through this anymore. But people, man, why do you gotta be dicks for real, man? Why can't we all just enjoy something, man? For real, you know what I mean? Jesus Christ, man. You ain't looking special by doing that. It ain't getting you laid, it ain't getting you paid. So why would you do it? Jeez, right.
I hear you on that.
People, man. So who's playing who here? Do you think the High Sparrow he's the one that's running this whole situation right now? You know what I mean? You think that's what it is? You think that he set that up with Tomlin and putting this in motion, or you think that that's just too much book reader and us that people is overthinking it?
Nah, go ahead, James. My bad.
I was just gonna say, I think he's doing this divide and conquer kind of thing with the Lannisters. I think he's trying to pit them against each other, and I think we remember that in the show, Cersei confessed that she did have an affair with her cousin Lancel, and I think the High Sparrow might have a conversation with Jaime where he tells him that, and that might be what starts the split between the two to get him to the Riverlands.
Nice. T?
Yeah, he's definitely playing everyone. I think if you look back at some of the episodes, he looks as if he knows that they're going to attack him. So I think he already sees this coming, and I think right now he's trying to push Cersei into actually making this move faster. Because the Uncle Kevin, whatever you want to call him, he said you can't mess with this guy. He has a lot of people. If we mess this up, it's civil war everywhere. So I'm not. It's kind of a mix between Cersei also trying to work it with her angle, but also I think that he's working her and she doesn't really see it yet.
We gonna answer this question. All right. Anyone else on that?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I think the High Sparrow is trying to play them, but also I think that Cersei is going to try to play the Tyrells. So I think this is going to be a thing where the High Sparrow is expecting them to do something crazy, and Cersei is going to push them into doing something just as crazy as the High Sparrow was thinking. So I think that's what's going to wind up happening. I think that's going to be the thing that pushes her and Jaime apart. Because I think Jaime is going to wind up getting caught up in the middle and just be like, you know what? I came into this trying to be a team and actually trying to really do things, the right way. and here you go fucking things up, and it made things a lot worse than they have to be.
Mm-hmm. All right. And so, anyone else on that question? We're done. I'll move to this question here. Did Littlefinger send the pink letter? Now, I'm going to say no. Even though if he did, it would help me out a lot with my Stannis theory. And I know that recently people have bombarded me with questions because Linda and her husband went on and said their things about the pink letter and hit me up. Linda, everyone has the right to their opinion. I respect their opinion, but I have my feelings in my gut, and I go with my gut. And I'm telling you, Stannis wrote it. I can go through a billion ways why he wrote it. I can give you solid reasons, not bullshit reasons, 100% solid reasons to anything anyone ever says about that. So it would help me saying that, but I'm going to say no, he didn't. Around the horn, we can start with James Michelle. What do you think? I guess this is due to the come and see part in the left, right?
In the show, I'm going to say no, because how does Littlefinger, who's been in the Vale, know all the little intricacies of Rickon, of Shaggy Dog being dead? There are those parts in there. I have your brother. I'm going to rape your brother. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to have the dogs eat your brother. And he told him he killed the direwolf. I mean, how does he know those little intricacies? I just think in the show, they're not going with the mystery. I think it's just straight up Ramsay in the show. I don't think there's just too many little details that Littlefinger wouldn't know being in the Vale.
Don Willie?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think there's way too much that's happening inside the castle for Littlefinger to know. And then, where's he going to get the Bolton seal from? And it's like, out of all the things that he could do to try to galvanize the situation, I'm like, why would you purposely push Jon Snow and Sansa into war? Remember, he really wants Sansa for himself so he can take over as Warden of the North. So, you don't purposely push her into a situation where she can get killed. He brought the Knights of the Vale because he's like, all right, well, you know what? I kind of fucked up last time, so I got to try to see if I can make things better. So I just doubt that it would be him to write that particular letter. Oh, I mean, that's my take on it.
T-Baby.
Yeah, again, I don't want to agree with you guys, but I'm going to say that he didn't. If you don't know who Ramsay is, then I don't see you actually being able to pull something like this. I mean, don't get me wrong, Littlefinger's smart enough that he could pull this off. I just don't think in the show he has enough information for him to pull this off. And if he thinks that Sansa is already going to the north, then I think he would think Sansa is going to make her brother, fight back. I don't think he would need the letter. So for that reason alone, I'm going to say no, it was definitely Ramsay. Because even in the show, they kept saying that they knew she was going up there. So it was just a matter of time.
The only way it works is if Littlefinger is 100% down with Ramsay. That's the only way. He has to be down with Ramsay. And if he's down with Ramsay, why would he do it? Why wouldn't he Ramsay just write it himself? Because it was delivered by a goddamn Bolton person. So Littlefinger would have had to find somebody, dress him up in Bolton armor, give him a flag, get him up there to hand that off. It's just a little bit too much. You know what I mean? So that's why I can't go with that. And that's the reason why it doesn't go like that. You know what I mean? That's what people talk about. I have tried to contact them and get them on my show. Teflon ain't afraid, baby. You should know better than that. I tried to get them on, but they never gotten back to me. Hopefully, we get them on someday. We can talk. You know what I mean? And that's the way it goes down. Let's go back to the chat and look for questions. Here we go. Do you think that Dany's hype with all this unbird stuff and her dragons and the huge army takes away from the R+L theory? Does it really matter at this point whose Jon's parents are? R+L equals, listen, it's a done deal to me. It's not even worth discussing, to tell you the truth. I don't think it's even plausible at all for it to be anything but what everyone knows that it is. Around the horn, how does anyone else feel?
What you was asking essentially is R plus L equals J true?
Yeah, it's basically saying, because I guess the way they're hyping up Danny, can Danny be in that tower? That's what they want to know. Or is it R plus L?
Well, I've always been on the R plus L equals J train. That's just me. I know there's a bunch of other stuff out there. I'm just always been on the R plus L equals J. I think, to me, that's what makes the most sense.
Don Willie?
Yeah, look, it could possibly be different in the books, but for the show, there is absolutely no other thing but R plus L equals J. They have not foreshadowed anything else at all that could possibly lead in any other direction.
T?
Yeah, it only makes sense that it is R plus L equals J. They keep foreshadowing it. They kept, like last season, Hard Home, they definitely made it seem like there was something extremely special about John. So it all has to kind of come together. So I'm thinking for sure that, R plus L does equal J. I said L, but R plus L does equal J.
I got confused saying. I'm sick of saying it. I get confused saying it too much now. Just listen, people. There's some things we could it's debatable, and some things that aren't. There's no sense for that flower to be at the wall, the blue chink, if it's Danny. Well, why would it be there if it's not John? There's no sense for it being there. It's him. I know it's better just to keep going with some things, but there's other things that are more mysterious that we could go on with. You know what I mean? That's just not one of them. You know, so we could just let that slide real quick. You know what I mean? Oh, to the chat, let me give shout outs to the people in the chat and the names that are passing me by right now. Shout out to Pyro Nucleus. Shout out to Mateo. Shout out to Ariel Doe. Shouts go out to Candace Moore. Shouts go out to Dave Moretti. You on a hotel, homie? The Norfolk members still hanging with us. Dave, Brian, Corey, Candace Moore, Moji, Nerds and Geeks, Geeks and Nerds, Alice Kingston, Thrones Volume. What up, what up, what up, Mr. White? What up, what up, what up? Thank you for joining me in this place. Hit the thumbs up if you can. I appreciate that and everything else. So we're going to wrap this up. We're going to go around the horn real quick. What's the most important thing that you can see? One thing. Tell me what you want to see tonight, and then tell the people where they can find you. Let's start with James Bishop.
Man, the one thing I want to see today is some answers on the Children of the Forest and the White Walkers. That's what I want to see tonight for sure, and I think I'm going to. And you can find me at James Bichelle. I do Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones videos. Always an honor to be on Tony's channel. I've been following him for a long time, and I'm glad to be here with my fellow Hypes Watch members as well. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Nice, nice. Don Willie?
Yeah, Val Margolis, everybody. It's Don Willie. Glad to be on here. My man Tony Teflon, Yankees in full effect. But, yeah, listen, you can find me on here. I do a Song of Ice and Fire videos. I just put out the theory video today about Bran doing the time traveling thing. So make sure to go and check that one out. I was going to do another video about, predictions for tonight's episode, but oh yeah, just remember, no matter what you do, stay tall and healthy, or else T might kill you.
And let's go to T.
Now,
one thing you're looking forward to, if you could see one thing tonight, what would it be?
Definitely White Walkers, Night King. I just want to know what's going down. Anytime you see the Night King, it always has an interesting scene. So I'm looking forward most to that. I'm sorry that Don really hates the fact that I'm taller than him. It will be okay. But definitely you guys can check me out on Small Council, of course. You can check me out with the Heights Watch. Clash of Queens is coming back in June. We're going to have fun. And once again, I don't hate short people. I mean, if you want a boost to get on the dragon, I got you, you know. But I love y'all. So stop hating on me. And once again, if you have grayscales, I mean, we could be cool just at a distance, you know. I think that's fair.
Hashtag don't get sick or you die.
I'm just saying, don't come around me with that skin shit. Like, I'm cool off of that. I wouldn't do that to you, so don't do that to me.
Tony Teflon and Don, I have two mottos when it comes to things like that. First motto is, we are all black, baby, when the lights go out. And the next motto is, we are all the same size when we're laying down. So I don't matter about nothing. And that's what I see about that. So thank you to everyone who has joined us in the chat. As I said, you know what I mean, support us with maybe some smaller channels, but we come up with some good shit, and we have created some good shit. Don't let them bigger channels steal our ideas, all right? So y'all doing a post-game show or something like that? Is that popping off today?
Yeah, that's going to be on my channel, you know, around 10:15, 10:30. You know, so we're not gonna try to keep it for too long, but you know, there's a couple of special guests that I'm inviting on. They actually, you know, decided to scrap theirs because they didn't want to compete with ours out of respect. So, yeah, you know, come by, check out the channel. My name is already here. You can see where I'm at, and I'm pretty sure it'll be in the description later on. Or you can just look me up, Don Willie, DONWILLI. No E at the end, because you'll find somebody totally different if you type that in, all right?
No doubt, no doubt. So check that out without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? It definitely description box. All their channels will be there. So until next time, you know what? We got to go through. Let me do it right. So if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this. Please spread this across the realm, and please subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.